Hey there, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today, I'm renovating a small kind of galley style kitchen. Side note, this space does exist usually in my videos. The spaces that I do aren't actual spaces, just my imagination or plans I find on the internet. But this space does exist. However, I'm not actually renovating it. I would if I could, but I can't. So this is kind of like a visual representation of what I would do if I were to renovate it. Anyways, I started off by showing the space as is without any of my changes. It also doesn't have any cabinets in there, but there's a full-length window on the back wall, which is meant for a possible future extension. There's a hallway leading to the bedrooms adjacent to the window, an exit door opposite of this hallway, and the doorway to the living room is on the opposite side of the window. This is the original layout of the room. Now what I would do is shorten this wall between the living room and the kitchen. What's left of it will be where I am placing the fridge. Now I'm customizing my lower cabinets and setting it to default for the rest of the plan. Well, as per a galley kitchen design, there will be 2 rows of cabinets on either wall in the kitchen and half of one will be kind of like a peninsula. I chose blue for the lower cabinets and white uppers, and I'll be making all the shelves a wood tone for some warmth. This blue cabinet was the first thing I decided on before I started recording this design. I planned on leaving the sink in place on the back wall, but then I'd have to put the stove in the island and I didn't think that was necessarily the right choice. So with that being said, the layout now has the stove on the back wall and the fridge and the sink across from that. Now about here is where I realized that the width is a little bit off, so the amount of cabinets that I had planned for in this space weren't fitting. However, I fixed it and it worked out exactly how I planned in the first place, but this kind of goes to show how much paying attention to measurement in these things is so important. Now that I have most of the design in place, I haven't fixed the width yet, by the way. I'm using custom countertops to add an overhang behind the sink for bar seating. I'll be placing 2 stools there later on in the video. Now for the upper cabinets. Because the space is so small, I didn't want to just shove a bunch of cabinets in. I had to make that view somewhat interesting to look at, because when you walk in through the front door of this space, you see that wall immediately as you look towards the kitchen. So this is my idea of visual interest without losing any storage space. I also added a much deeper cabinet above the fridge and some shelves next to it. Even though I used copper for the drawer and door pulls, I felt like a black faucet would be really nice here, and because I like mixing metals. And also I fixed the width of the room. Looks good so far. I picked white chevron tiles for the floors and a pale gray on the walls. I also chose a glass tile for the backsplash. I wanted it to be kinda subtle since the floors are kinda busy. I brightened up the room a little with lighting before adding the rest of the shelves and changing their colors. The shelves next to the fridge are shallower since they're really just for display purposes. Now I'm filling up the shelves and placing things on the counters and making them a little colorful so it looks a little more lively in here. I also made all the appliances stainless steel at some point. Lastly, I am adding my stools and fixing the rooms attached so everything is cohesive in the pictures at the end, which is now. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. I love the feedback. So until next time, bye.